100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective security and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Previously on Stormwood and Associates.
Let's see. There was a zombie inside a church, and Kel vaporized it. He also has a lot of vomit on him. Everyone in the church is essentially in kind of a bit of shock and disbelief. They can't believe what they just saw. Essentially, their beloved sister, Catherine McKnight, just got vaporized in front of their eyes after being a walking corpse. Many of the monks and nuns are essentially locking down the building just in case anything should happen. They don't know that something was stolen outside of the little room, which I believe was the sacristy. Yeah, where they stored the items for the museum and the tour from their religion. Everyone, because Kel vaporized the nun, have chunks of flying nun on them. You guys hear Father Elmwood Pine describe the ring that was stolen that was not supposed to exist. And he's a bit caught off guard. I think that describes the scene. That's currently what you guys are locked in.
So everyone, calm down. This jacket is waterproof. This will not leave any marks. I can easily clean this off. Don't worry. If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm.
I don't think they care about your jacket.
Everyone should care.
I care.
This is white leather. It's... Ugh. All right.
I kind of don't.
Is there a sink nearby? Like, paper towels? Anything? Just you over there. You got some paper towels anywhere here? Anything?
One of the monks look at you. It's Father Odell, the gentleman that was upstairs and the one Babbitt spoke to. Yeah, you could take a shower up in the dorms. Just
none of it got in my hand. None of it got in my hand. I'm not messing with this. So
that's where the sinks are. It's
okay.
Big enough for it.
Well, no, I just need to wipe it off.
There are towels up there too.
Okay. Yeah, but do you want me to get vomit on those towels? I mean, I was just trying to be considerate. Paper towel, the easy thing, I gotta wipe it off, blah blah blah.
I mean, you could go to the kitchen.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Kel just walks off to the kitchen.
Oh dear. He's very disconcerted. He's like, I'm gonna go wash off. I don't. He just like anyone else. They just like, let's go to the bath. They just want to take a bath.
Kel, he's getting it in his hair, so it's fine. He just, it's not on his skin. He just needs to get it off his clothes.
It'll definitely on some people's hair.
Yeah, it's on their
for
hair.
The monks and the nuns.
That's not Kel's problem.
No.
Kel's gonna go get cleaned up in the kitchen.
All right.
So this is pretty gross.
That was extremely gross. All right, well, guess I'm gonna... I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. This is... I just watched a nun explode. Is this what it's like to be you guys when I do things? Because, yeesh.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What have I been putting you guys through?
Yeah, you're kind of a monster.
Hurtful, but not unfair.
Opening theme.
All right.
Marisol comes up to you guys. She's covered in a little bit of goo. She kind of wipes some out of her hair. I just want to thank you guys. You really helped us. I don't know. Yeah, you're definitely getting paid and probably a tip. Could you help us lock down the sacristy? And I gotta call the police. Oh my god.
Kel will come back as soon as he's done wiping off.
Well, here's the problem with locking down anything in this place. You've got a huge network of little doors and tunnels going all over the place that nobody that we can actually talk to can go in. And
you what? The littles have nothing to do with this. That was a walking corpse.
Kel's coming back.
They're going to be part of it very soon if this keeps escalating.
So the whole reason, I walk back, we have a roll of paper towels, and I'm just wiping off my jacket. So the whole reason that we even found that corpse is because one of you little people, whatever freaking little folk, came out and told us that whole room was full of blood. And that there was blood everywhere. Now, obviously, there ain't blood there anymore, but whether your little ones were involved or not, they gave us different information than what we found when we walked into the room. And they saw something. Whether they're telling the truth or lying, they saw something.
Marisol tries to speak, but Father Pine puts an arm on her shoulder and goes, we should tell them. You guys, you can follow me. Just come to my office.
All right. I just, so whatever vomit-soaked towels I have once I'm done wiping off, I just put in the hands of Marisol and then walk into the office.
She kind of just looks at you and just drops them on the floor. I'm like, why? And follows you guys into the office because she knows what's going on. She just...
And with that scene change, I'm miraculously clean.
Father Pine and Marisol just grab a set of keys from the office and follow me, Father Pine says, and you guys go towards the library where you the first door, the first little door. The littles, yes, they used to be called Fae, but unfortunately, they haven't been called that for thousands of years.
I mean, Fae is a region. It's a mystical world. Anyone from the Fae is called Fae, so, Fae doesn't really describe one... It's mythology. Read a book.
Okay.
Father Pine just kind of looks at you and just goes, just look. So he goes to the back. There is a staircase, like not a staircase, sorry, bookcase, and it's able to be pushed aside. And there's a locked door, and it's person size. It's average human size, humanoid size, and unlocks the door. And you guys can see a staircase going towards a basement. And he beckons you to follow him, and Marisol just goes down with him.
Where are we going?
Probably some sort of waking nightmare.
Yeah.
This seems fine.
As you guys traverse the floor, you notice it's made out of like concrete and like wood. Like it doesn't look too unnormal from a regular church basement. And you guys are walking, and there's a long corridor door. You can go left or right, and he turns to the left. And through it, you see, various doors and halls, and like nothing's out of the ordinary. Everything's like a metal door that's for the laundry room and more storage area. And you come all the way to the end. He turns right, and he goes, "This is underneath the garden, and this is what we should show you. But first, let me go in. I'll be right out. I have to talk to the elder." So he unlocks the door. He goes in. Marisol is waiting behind. She, upon grabbing the keys, also grabbed forms and paperwork. And she's like, "You guys probably want to sign these. They just, listen, they like paperwork. They like organizing things. They live here with us, and they have been for a while. That's why no one is upset when they see only the little one that you saw today, whose name I forgot from last session. I don't remember what I named it.
So
the tiny little one was named what? The one that told you the information.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. All right. So you're handing us. So we're being handed forms.
Yes.
What do these forms say?
On this contract, you read very easily enough. It's legal paperwork, and it says that you will be meeting the littles. It will give you the ability to see them. You are contracted with the church. It says, let me think. Like, nothing's giving away any of your possessions or items. It's just non-disclosure form, essentially?
NDA.
NDA. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you don't sign it, you won't get to see them. And I mean that literally. You won't see them at all. You saw... I'm going to make up her name.
We saw other little people, didn't we?
You just saw the one. She works with us. She is contracted with us. And she works as our librarian and knowledge keeper. She works with us and therefore had to sign a contract with us that allowed anyone in the church or anyone that we invited to see her. Because you work with me, you work with her. That is the only reason you saw her.
I think Bill's Detect Spooky would let him just see them without having to sign a contract.
Some of this old the really ancient magic, I have a little bit of trouble with. It's not beyond the realm of reason that they're beyond my realm of sight right now.
I don't know. I think
it's a matter of chance.
I know, dude. You gotta understand, those ancient magics, they are woof.
I mean, I was just saying it's up to the GM's discretion. I'm saying, in theory, the system should work that any sort of magical being, he might not see them, but would be physically aware of all of them in the room.
No, they're too tiny.
I mean, I can't see them because I don't have that ability, for sure.
Fine. You know what? This seems legit. I'll sign it.
All right. Bill signs the form.
Yep.
All right. Now, when you go through this door, just don't scream. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, that's
Follow me.
reassuring.
Every time someone tells me don't scream, it's going to be fine, something terrible happens.
I promise you.
He's gonna
It's
scream.
just really, you'll see. Marisol takes Bill just so you guys can test it out. You don't have to worry. I'll bring them right back. And they walk in the room together. They close the door behind. All right.
I just
Bill?
don't sign non-disclosures on principle.
Yeah, I'm not
When
saying
you
shit.
walk in there, you see the most amazing miniature built city you've ever seen. It has train cars. There are birds down here, little tiny hummingbirds, and it's flora everywhere, and it looks like an artificial sun. And everything is brightly colored and really beautiful, and you see all the tiny little pieces, like people, sorry. And instead of being like disgusting monsters, it is the exact opposite of what you think. It's actually pretty wonderful, and it smells like a city, like very kind of spicy, and it looks like if you owned every single toy as a child, it would look like this, because it's a city built out of old toys, few vintage items, but very well kept.
Well, this is whimsical.
Extreme.
Huh. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Marisol just looks at you like, convince them, do something. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, real talk, you guys. It's pretty whimsical back there. They got like a little. It's great. They got a tiny little city and like it's made of toys and stuff. Yeah, I like it.
So he's brainwashed, right? This is just some sort of trick?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, he's brainwashed.
This is not a trick. If I was brainwashed, I would be acting noticeably different.
I don't know. You seem optimistic. That doesn't
It's
seem like
something
you.
to be happy about.
I don't know. I don't trust
That's
anything.
bull crap.
How do we know this is really Bill and not just something in his shape? He left the room and then came back, and he sounded different.
My dead brother's an asshole.
Yeah, anyone would have known to say that, though.
And also, he was pretty cool.
He was pretty cool.
No, he wasn't.
Though, even if that bastard did destroy, like, my one family heirloom. Fed it to a worm.
How are you
Sure.
doing this? Oh my god, look, it's not terrible for once. Like,
trust
there's
him.
actually something kind of whimsical back there. It's not death and murder.
I don't
And
know. Whimsy
murder.
sounds worse than death and murder to me right now. I don't trust
You
whimsy.
just watched a nun explode. You
Yeah,
made
that was
the
normal. I
explosion
see people
happen.
explode like every other week.
Ah,
Raz is gonna sign her NDA. She trusts him.
thanks, boss.
I mean, there's a reason she hired him. And
Yeah, it wasn't the reason of prophecy. Isn't that like that whole thing you were telling us after like the thing in the corridors and the weirdness?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that because I really do not have a whole lot of like insight on Hallowell one way or the other. If I'm going to be perfectly real with you, at least not right now.
well, if I need you when the chips are down with Hollowell, I need to learn to start trusting you now.
Wow, thanks, boss. See, people do like me. Take that, Mom.
I mean, technically the prophecy said the son of Lady Carpathia. So like, maybe Pat was supposed to do it, but then he died. And now we're just stuck with you.
Maybe I was supposed to do it.
Marisol peeks through the door. Did you guys sign the forms yet? The elder is ready.
What the hell is an Okay. Someone said
I hand her my form.
Thank you. Come on in. Bill, are you coming? You could just represent if you don't want to sign, Kel.
Yeah, no, I'll come along. This sounds good.
Is it just Bill and Raz?
What do you want to do, Kel?
What do you want to do, Babbitt?
I don't want to go down there. I don't sign shit.
I'm not signing shit either.
All
High
right,
five.
you two are just there, and I'm like, it's okay. And just don't step on anyone. If you do come in, you might. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they.
Well, that
can't
sure
see
seems
you.
like incentive for them to just show me where they are. Without me signing something. Like, I don't know. It seems
Not
more
everyone is
disadvantage
allowed,
to them than it does for me.
Old magic, my dude. You might just have to submit to their will.
Kel O'Reilly submits to no one's will.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna go.
I am
awesome.
the top.
Sure you are there, bud.
Wow, burn.
And I go inside.
I
All right.
follow.
Thank you, guys. The door closes behind you. Raz, you see the same thing that Bill saw, and quite amazingly enough, it's this wondrous little city, an artificial sun, this beautiful, like, earthy smell because you guys are underneath the garden, and like little tunnels that extend outward that look like they go places. That looks like it's from an old, what's it called when you go to like the bank and they just shoot that little tube system?
Pneumatic tubes.
Yes. Plus both of you.
I don't know, it feels like we're walking on Jesus from Fraggle Rock.
There are tiny little people who are gathering, and you can see them just coming towards the little edge of their cities or poking their heads out the windows. They're like, a big person? Down here? You see Father Pine over to your right. There's literally is enough room for you guys to walk in, but you can see that it expands all the way back, farther than your hands can reach. This city of little people. And you're careful as you step because you see they have, I guess, little giant stones on the ground, little cobblestones for you. And there are little tapes that say, please do not touch. It seems that it is frequent, not frequent enough, but big people do come down here to talk to the littles. Father Pine is what looks like near a government building. It looks very professional and painted over a little monster house. You could see where it was painted. You could see the little dents from maybe from a yard sale this little toy was, but they converted it to a nice government building. This is the elder, and he, if you would like to speak with you about what the events that transpired tonight. I've already informed him of what happened and how our sister, Mrs. Catherine McKnight, is no longer with us. But he does have something very important to tell you both, if you will listen.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys go a little closer because he's very tiny, but you, he has what looks like a unique item that projects his voice like a megaphone. It looks very antique, very old. And he introduces himself. He goes, hello. He's a little bearded man, just very tiny. I'm the elder here. It's nice to meet both of you. It's very rare that we get humans that aren't monks. He looks at both of you. I've never seen humans with such strange colored hair. Usually it's brown, black. This is, oh, it's kind of marveling at you, distracted.
I kind of do a little bow.
Oh, well, thank you. Is this how we greet it now in this century? It's been a long time. He bows back to you. So Father Pine has told me that you've encountered something that shouldn't exist tonight, what should have been in legends. We littles do love working with you humans, as we sometimes get really amazing cities, as you can see, built here for the last 500 years. We've been working on this. It's very beautiful, and we love trading with you all. Usually in exchange for our services, we write down your histories.
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, hey, Babbitt, I brought my Switch. You want to play some Mario Kart?
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh, so rude. He goes over to a giant book. Giant for him, and he hands you it, and it's your job to take it. It's the size of a Christmas ornament.
Oh boy. Oh boy. How am I gonna explain this one? So, I know how I'm supposed to read this.
Do you have a magnifying glass?
I do not.
Well, if you find anything that'll let you magnify it, you can read it, but I can give you a short summary of the details that probably would help you. But I advise you to keep that book with you. It'll help you fight the dead.
Oh. Okay.
My God, Cal.
Hey, that's just Trey metagaming. Don't worry about it.
Long ago, we made a deal with Morrowsharp, our people. In Ireland, that is. Our ancestors helped forge that ring. And it has been the shame of our people for a very long time.
Yeah, magic rings tend to never be good, in my experience.
That magic ring isn't just a ring. It's also a portal.
A what now?
It's a portal. It has two functions. And for humans like you, it can raise the dead. It could go beyond the veil into the Fae.
Oh.
For us, it's a pathway to our home. We don't have to live here. We choose to. We enjoy working alongside you. The only way someone could have known about that is if one of our people allied themselves with one of your mages. That story and fairy tale that humans know is not as detailed as our history. If a Fae were to go through that, they would go back into that world and have tremendous power and return, but not at the same size that they should be. Or same form.
Oh. At first I thought you just meant it would embiggen them, but now it sounds like it would monsterize them.
Yeah.
You following that, boss?
I think so.
If that ring was shipped here, it means it was for our people. And we would protect it and keep it safe. One of the old magics that enhances this church is once someone walks out of here, they don't remember they ever seen us unless they sign a form. We do like those.
Nice. Suck it, guys. You didn't sign the form.
Don't tell them.
They will forget they ever saw us. And forget that we're here once you leave the church grounds. Once they come back, they usually see us again and then get surprised all over again, and then they forget, then they come back. It's actually kind of amusing. It's only why we kind of had to stop that in the 50s, and only allow a couple of littles to go outside, upstairs into the human realm at a time.
You know, it's really good that, like, I'm writing all this stuff down and saving it online. So, like, in case any sort of memory spells are kicking in, we'll remember all of this. And the massive audio recordings from our comms are great.
Kel thinks that's what's going to happen.
Kel knows that's what's going to happen.
But yeah.
Continuity's going to work after this episode.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're just a peaceful lot of people doing our best to live and correct the mistakes of our ancestors when we can.
So, what you're saying is that someone used the ring to bring back the sister that we took care of.
Oh, yeah, and it sounded like they did a terrible job at it. Think about it, if they actually had to practice, oof. They'd practically bring back full animated, like, live people. That's creepy.
Oh, boy.
Would you...
Great.
We saw a symbol on the body. It was a ring with 4 diamonds intersecting it. Do you recognize that symbol?
That's the ring. That is exactly the ring.
Okay.
If it was on their body, it means they used the ring. That's what that symbol is.
Okay.
I was with uploading all of this to Wikipedia.
Is Kel able to hear this?
I can hear the human side of the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Just over comms.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm totally uploading that symbol to Wikipedia. To the Wikimedia Foundation. It's the internet. Just because I don't remember doesn't mean the internet won't. Technomancy's very advanced, and since I haven't written the rules for it, I know none of these people know it.
You're the worst, Kel. And by Kel, I mean Trey.
I was going to say, that's all Trey.
Okay. Well then. Hey, boss.
Yeah.
This is, all sorts of really... This escalated quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds to me like we just need to figure out whoever's got this ring and poof them.
That would be a very wise decision.
But can anyone use this ring?
No, only mages can. Specifically, those who dabble in really dark magic, like blood magic.
Ugh. Ooh, so, that's not exactly my cup of tea.
No, but it narrows our field down.
That's true.
A little suspect.
Alright, well...
Narrows it down to what?
We find people who can use magic.
Okay. I mean, obviously, we mean besides me and Bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mind flayer. It's a mind flayer.
Mind
Could
flayer.
be.
Yeah, that...
Mr. Jolly.
That seems kinda... I don't know.
To be
That
fair,
seems
mind
kinda-
flayer is a very ominous thing to call anyone. Like, he's
Bill's
not
got a
Bob the
prejudice to
psychic.
me.
He's he's called a mind flayer.
Yeah, look, I don't want to be racist against anyone. If he was just a squid man, that'd be fine. But he's called a mind flayer.
He self-identifies as a mind flayer.
Brother Jolly has been exceptional. He would never.
Still feeling kind of racist about that.
I don't know. Like, if I feel like it would be racist if he's like he was called a squid person, like Babbitt said, but like he literally calls himself a mind flayer, and that is not a thing. Like, that is not a thing walking around the street. Like, as far as I know, he's the only one. So like he picked that. He said,
"I
want
minds."
Like, even if he's from another world where like people call his race mind flayers, he came to this world and then continued to self-identify as a mind flayer, as the only one. He could have just sold them anything, right?
He's very honest.
This feels like this feels really
honesty.
insensitive
Like
to another culture, if I'm gonna be honest.
so if I walked in and said, "Hey, I'm the people eater," like, you would assume I ate people, right? And that's bad. Like, you wouldn't be racist then if you found a half-eaten person and be like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't blame the people eater."
I don't know that this is really. I mean,
we know he's a liar already because he says he's vegan, but he's eating squirrel brains, which are not vegan by definition.
I'm just saying, I don't really.
So he lies, and he's a mind flayer, and legally, I don't think he's a person.
I feel
Whoa.
like my textbook.
Well, no.
See, now that's
Okay.
crossing a line.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't say he wasn't the person. I said legally, like legal status.
He may not be a citizen, but I'm sure he's a person.
There's no
that's
box
pretty
to
gross,
check
dude.
on the birth certificate forms in this country for mind flayer. We got gnomes, we got dwarfs, we got elves, we got orcs, we got goblins, we got humans. Almost forgot humans.
Gee,
It's
thanks.
better that way.
Rude.
This is getting.
But
this
like,
is gonna turn into a
there's
hate
no.
crime. Really
I don't
quick,
know.
the way
Like,
this is going.
Like if a cat walked out and it could talk and was like a person mentally, you and I would consider them a person, but legally they wouldn't have person status, right?
I can't believe you're splitting hairs on this right now.
All right. I want to ask.
I didn't say it was moral to do something like they weren't a person. I just said legally.
I would like to ask the Fey Elder and Father, what's his name? If they
Hi.
know. Yeah. Who all in the monastery, can use magic, if anyone they know.
My dear, Father Pine Beans, everyone can use magic here. Like, not very well. We usually just go with healing spells, but I guess the most proficient are me, Brother Jolly, and Brother Ordai.
Oh my god, religious exemptions are bullshit.
Well, I mean, like, not all humans. Like, these guys must be recruiting magically able humans, because humans are only like a quarter of humans can actually use magic. So if they're like somehow teaching all of these humans magic, they like must be pretty self-selective out of their recruitment. Now who's the racist?
Oh
I
my
mean-
god.
Sister Catherine McKnight could not use magic.
Who's the one I poofed?
Yeah.
All right, so that narrows down the field to almost everybody.
Yeah. We need to come up with a plan.
Who would be proficient enough in magic to use the ring? And someone who can hear the answer, tell me.
We're looking for someone proficient enough in magic that could use the ring. Do you know anyone in your order that might?
Myself, Brother Jolly, Olivia, and Tashin. or as she likes to be called, Tayshawn. Ugh, that
Are any of
girl.
those the creepy one?
Tayshawn is the elf that keeps hitting on Raz.
So that's the creepy one. Okay.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Did you write down those names? I couldn't hear any of them. Remember?
All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. The patient, the one that keeps hitting on Raz, Father Jolly. Probably should have written these down. I'm sorry. Could you repeat some of those?
Of course. Myself,
So
Father
the person
Pine.
we're talking to, Father Pine, magic.
Brother Jolly,
Brother Jolly,
Brother Odell,
Brother Odell,
Sister
Sister
Tayshawn,
Paishon.
and
The
Sister
one-
Olivia.
That's the one who keeps hitting on Raz, and then Sister Olivia.
She's the one that keeps stopping Tayshawn from hitting
That's
on
the
Raz.
that's the one who keeps stopping her. Is Olivia.
All right, so that's 5 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that since the Elder is small, we would see the ring, right?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
he does not have it.
Right. So, 1 down. 4 to go.
Alrighty. Well.
I say
Let's
we
go questioning.
I say we finish with the Mind Flayer, because I don't know what that guy can do. And if it turns out one of the other people has the ring, I don't want to accidentally offend them. He's
That's
got
sensible.
Mind Flayer in his name.
I am also in favor of saving him for last, just so that we don't get like a discrimination suit against the company. Honestly,
But he can't file a suit, because legally he's not a person.
that is awful. You are awful.
I didn't
and I want
say
you
it
to know
was
that.
morally right. I didn't say it was a good thing. I just meant, like, for,
Yeah, no, you're just terrible. All right.
My name is Trey Dorn, and I played Kel. Raz Stormwood was played by Gen Proc, Babbitt by Kyle Johnson, and Bill by Nick Izumi. This storyline has a guest GM, Brittany Smith. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued.